To the next step in the Trenton Watch revival. So on this watch there was a few things to be done. I had to replace the cap jewels in both the cocks, the upper and lower. Had to put in a new cap jewel into the chaton, and basically I did that by putting some shellac in the cup here and then taking the chaton, heating it up in this cool tool. It's a roller jewel setting tool, and basically you heat up the end and the heat transfers to whatever metal piece you have clamped in there. So while the shellac is hot, you take your cap jewel and you place it in the cup, and then with a pair of tweezers you just squeeze it. So you end up squeezing it together, and basically it takes the flat surface of the jewel and that makes it flush with the chaton so that it sits just nicely while the shellac dries. So the next step was to then replace the roller jewel, which I did with the same tool. Let's see if I can get a close-up of that. So yeah, that's the roller jewel. You heat up the roller in the tool as before with a spirit lamp, and you just put a little shellac on to the roller jewel and set it with the tweezers so that the impulse face is, in the right plane, and let it cool. So that was step number 2. And then I do need to find a couple of screws for the barrel bridge. And then the arbor for the center wheel was broken, so I had to machine up a new arbor to these specs. And then what I did was I took a carbide drill. This drill is 0.69 millimeters, and after machining up the replacement arbor, which has a step in it, I don't know if you can see that clearly, but yeah, there's a step in that. So I drilled out the center wheel to repivot it and machined up the arbor, and now I'm about ready to press in that new arbor. I'll put a little bit of Loctite in there, and then I will just stake that on, and that should be the end of that. So once I find the screws, I'll reassemble the watch and see if it runs and how it runs, and then I plan to disassemble it, give it a thorough cleaning. Right now I just cleaned everything in denatured alcohol to see if it would be worth doing all of this, and it is. I mean, this is all good practice for future watches, and it's good to do these kind of fiddly things just for the practice, if nothing else. So hopefully this watch will be back up and running, and it'll turn into a nice movement I can put into a case when I find a case. All right, thanks for watching.